Chandra from Mysteries of Writing. If you're new to this channel, hello and welcome, and don't forget to press that subscribe button and the notification bell as I post videos about writing, the writing process, and all things writerly and bookish. So today I'm talking about how to write believable characters. This is kind of what I've been trying to do to make my characters a little bit more believable, and maybe it doesn't work for you, maybe it's not completely the only way, and there might be many other ways as well. I might even do another video about like a part 2 to this so that I can add in some more things that I've been doing to make my characters more believable and relatable or credible. Number 1, make notes about people when you go out. Now, I may have already spoken about this on my channel before in my video about where to get ideas for books, and I'll link that video in the cards if you'd like to watch that. But literally just finding interesting things about people. So anything that they do, anything that they say or wear, or actions, their attitudes and their speech patterns, and anything, just all sorts of things that you can find that seems a little bit more interesting and that you think you should take a note of. Eventually you'll have so many things of people that you can literally mix and match and create characters of your own that could be secondary characters, and sometimes you can even make your own like main characters out of that. Also, I heard somewhere that it's a lot easier to just write about people that you've never met before, because if you start writing about people that you know, then you land up writing according to what they would do and not what your story needs as well. So I don't know, I thought that was pretty helpful advice as well. Number 2, multi-dimensional characters. So basically this one is something that is best used for the older your reader is. If your readers are younger, then usually they are a little bit more one-dimensional. If you read some of those books, you'll realize how different it is. Number 3, create a standard checklist that you fill in for every single character that you have in your book. This one's pretty standard, and I think a lot of people do this anyway, and just make a checklist where you write out their name, their address, I don't know, anything about their family you might want to know, descriptions about their height and their general face and appearance or whatever, what they wear normally, their emotional tendencies, what their problem is and what they need to get past, and their accents and their likes and their dislikes, and basically just general things to get to know them and understand exactly who they are. Obviously you don't need to speak about every single little detail in your book. It's just really about you getting to know your character and who they are. That way, if you know who they are, then you can write about them as though they actually exist because you feel like you know them. Whereas if you're trying to sort of imagine that they exist but you don't even have like full details about who they are, then sometimes it's a little bit more difficult. That's just a personal thing that I feel, but I don't know, maybe it works for some of you. Number 4, try and not be stereotypical about your characters. Now, obviously, if you really want to do this, I suppose you could. I mean, you could do the opposite of anything that I've said, but literally, I just find like stereotypical characters are very cliche and very obvious and easy to write about. So if you have the typical bartender who's all busty and she's blonde and she has the mental capacity of a fish mouth, then literally the best way to stay away from stereotypical characters like that is to do the opposite of what seems so obvious. Well, that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe.